Hey, Lions Nation. We're back with another exclusive video bringing you all the latest news about our beloved Detroit Lions. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss anything about the team. Now, let's get into the news. Ford Field was electric. Monday Night Football under the bright lights in downtown Detroit. Nothing hits quite like it. Week 7 of the NFL season brought a matchup that had NFC implications written all over it. The red-hot Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the hungry, battle-tested Detroit Lions. And right from kickoff, you could feel it. This game wasn't just about standings or records. This was about pride, about redemption, and about proving to the league that Detroit is more than hype. They're for real. Coming off a tough loss to Kansas City, the Lions weren't just trying to bounce back. They were protecting a remarkable streak. This team hadn't lost back-to-back games in almost a full year. The stakes were high, the lights were bright, and every single player on that field knew it. You could hear it in the pre-game huddle. This was personal. This was about reminding everyone who runs the show at Ford Field. And they did exactly that. Jared Goff came out locked in. On the opening drive, it was precision and pace. Gibbs set the tone early with a shifty grab out of the backfield, shaking defenders like he was on fast forward. Then Goff found his go-to guy, Amon-Ra St. Brown, right over the middle. Boom, touchdown. 27 yards. 5 plays, 69 yards. And just like that, the Lions had all the momentum. But if the offense opened the door, the defense slammed it shut. Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers struggled to find any rhythm. Every snap felt like a fight. Pressure came from all angles. Derrick Barnes, Jack Campbell, Aiden Hutchinson, they all made their presence known. Mayfield had nowhere to go, slipping on one play, getting swallowed up on another, and watching as pass after pass fell incomplete. Then came the play that made Ford Field erupt. Second quarter. Gibbs gets the handoff, finds a gap, and it's lights out. 78 yards later, he's laughing his way into the end zone, literally smiling as he crossed the goal line. That's how fast he was. That's how unstoppable he looked. The rookie wasn't just playing football, he was putting on a show. Tampa Bay tried to answer. They found the end zone early in the third and cut the lead to 5. But Detroit didn't blink. Goff responded like a veteran leader, moving the offense with confidence. On another crucial drive, Gibbs sliced through the defense again, dragging tacklers and showing vision way beyond his years. First and goal? No hesitation. Feed him the ball again. Touchdown Lions. His second of the night. The crowd could feel it. The Lions weren't going to let this one slip away. And while the offense did their part, the defense kept turning up the heat. Drive after drive, Tampa Bay was shut down. Mayfield's passes were tipped, knocked away, or just dropped. One of the biggest moments came when Arthur Maulet read the play perfectly and snatched an interception that felt like the final word in a conversation the Bucs didn't want to have. Fourth down stops, forced punts, fumbles. You name it, the Lions' defense did it. This wasn't just about scheming better. It was about wanting it more. Every time the Bucs tried to get back into the game, Detroit's defense made sure it didn't happen. They hit hard, rallied together, and played with the kind of chemistry you only get from a team that believes in itself. There was a sequence late in the fourth where Tampa tried to make one last push. They went for it on 4th and 4. Completed the pass. Looked like a conversion. But Dan Campbell challenged the spot. The red flag came out. The booth took another look. And when the dust settled, the call was reversed. Short of the sticks. Detroit's ball. Ford Field went absolutely insane. To add insult to injury, kicker Jake Bates drilled a 58-yard bomb, stretching the lead even further. At that point, it wasn't just a win, it was a statement. Detroit was in full control. And the defense? They weren't done. With under 3 minutes to go, Tyrus Wheat came screaming off the edge and dropped Mayfield for a huge sack, essentially ending the game. Tampa Bay had no answers, no timeouts, and no way to stop the bleeding. When the clock hit 0, the scoreboard read 24-9. Detroit improves to 5-2, and the rest of the NFC just got a reminder. The Lions are not a fluke. They're deep. They're dangerous. And when they play like this, they can beat anybody. After the game, Dan Campbell handed out game balls, and every single one told a story. Jahmyr Gibbs, the rookie sensation, had over 200 total yards and 2 touchdowns. Jack Campbell, with 8 tackles and a sack, played like a man possessed. And Derrick Barnes, back from injury and hungry to prove himself, put together one of his best performances in a Lions uniform. You could feel the emotion in the locker room. This wasn't just another W. This was a team realizing what they're capable of. A team with heart, with grit, with real championship DNA forming in front of our eyes. They talk about playing for each other, and when you watch this team, you believe it. Everyone contributes. Everyone buys in. And the results speak for themselves. This game was physical. It was gritty. It was everything you want from a primetime showdown. And in the end, it was Detroit that stood tallest. No flashy gimmicks. Just pure football. A relentless defense. A dynamic run game. And a quarterback who knows how to manage the moment. If you're still sleeping on the Lions, you better wake up fast. Before we move on, take a second to drop a like and subscribe. That way, you'll stay up to date with every exclusive Lions update. And you'll even have a chance to win an official Detroit Lions jersey. Let's keep going. Detroit just got meaner. Just got tougher. And maybe, just maybe, crossed that line between being a playoff team and becoming a real Super Bowl contender. Word around the league is spreading fast. Jonathan Allen, the hard-hitting, tone-setting, veteran defensive tackle from Washington, is now a Detroit Lion. That's right. Motor City just added a heavyweight wrecking ball to the heart of its defense. Let's make this clear. This is not just a smart move. This is a statement. Jonathan Allen brings fire. He brings leadership. He brings pain for anyone standing on the other side of the ball. And now he brings all that to a Lions front that was already one of the most physical in the NFC. With names like Aiden Hutchinson flying off the edge, Jack Campbell patrolling the second level, and Derek Barnes playing with nonstop motor, this defense just added a true enforcer right in the middle. You want to win in January? You want to shut down the run, collapse pockets, and bully offenses at the line of scrimmage? Then you bring in someone like Allen. This guy doesn't just plug gaps, he destroys them. And Detroit knows exactly what they're getting. Since entering the league, Jonathan Allen has been one of the most consistent and feared interior linemen in football. He's got violent hands, elite leverage, and a nonstop motor that wears offensive lines down snap after snap. Over the years, he's racked up sacks, tackles for loss, quarterback hits, you name it. But stats only tell half the story. What really sets Allen apart is the attitude he brings. The edge, the command. When he steps on the field, things get personal. And now, all that power, all that presence, it's wearing a Lions jersey. Sources around the league say this deal came together fast. Washington's front office had been weighing options as they begin reshaping their roster. Allen wasn't on the trade block publicly, but Detroit's interest turned internal discussions into action. They saw the chance to land a proven leader, a high-impact player with playoff experience, and they didn't hesitate. Because let's be honest, this is not the same old Lions team. This is a franchise on a mission. A team that's been building brick by brick, culture first, talent second, and now it's ready to cash in. Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes didn't bring Allen here for depth. They brought him in to take over, to anchor the trenches, to lead with his play and his presence, to take that defensive line from good to straight up scary. Picture this, Hutchinson coming off the edge, forcing quarterbacks to step up. But instead of finding space, they're running straight into Jonathan Allen, 6'3", 300 pounds of pure muscle and violence. That's the kind of pressure that ends drives. That's the kind of pressure that breaks teams. And don't underestimate what this means off the field. Allen is a respected voice in the locker room. A guy who's known for his preparation, his leadership, and his no-nonsense approach. He doesn't do drama. He does work. And when you mix that with Detroit's already tight-knit, high-effort defensive group, you've got a recipe for a unit that not only plays together, but plays for each other. That's the kind of chemistry you need when things get tight in the postseason. In terms of scheme, it's a seamless fit. Kelvin Shepard's defense is built around aggression, disruption, and versatility. Allen gives you all three. He can line up over the center, shoot gaps, hold double teams, and still collapse the pocket with power. He gives the Lions flexibility up front, whether they go base, hybrid, or pressure-heavy on passing downs. He's not just a big body, he's a chess piece. And for a team that's had trouble in the past closing out tough, physical games, this is the kind of addition that changes that. You add Jonathan Allen to a defensive line, and you're saying to the rest of the league, you're not running on us. You're not wearing us down. We're the ones doing the punching. Now, let's talk compensation. From what we're hearing, the Lions sent back a second-round pick and a conditional late-rounder. No players were involved. A steep price? Maybe. But when you're sitting at 5-2, chasing the #1 seed in the NFC, and you know your window is wide open, you make moves like this. You don't sit on your hands. You don't wait for next season. You push your chips in now. Because that's exactly what this move is, Detroit going all in. And for Lions fans, this has to feel surreal. How long has it been since the team made a bold move like this, mid-season, not out of desperation, but out of confidence? This isn't about filling a hole. This is about strengthening a strength. It's about dominating the trenches in December and being ready for anything in January. Ford Field's about to feel different. When Jonathan Allen steps out of that tunnel, wearing that Detroit uniform, the city's going to feel that energy. Opposing quarterbacks? They're going to feel it even more. This man doesn't care who you are, how many Pro Bowls you've made, or what your game plan is. He's coming for you. And he's bringing a city with him. This is what contending teams do. They identify their identity, they double down on it, and they bring in guys who fit the culture. And Allen fits this culture like a glove. Grit, grind, violence in the trenches. No shortcuts. All in, every down. He's exactly what this team needed heading into the toughest stretch of the season. So now, with Allen clogging the middle, Hutchinson hunting off the edge, and a linebacking core flying to the ball behind them, this Lions defense just hit another gear. They're faster, they're tougher, and they're deeper than ever. The message to the league is simple: Detroit is coming. They're not hoping for wins. They're taking them. And if you line up against this front, you better bring more than a game plan. You better bring armor. Because Jonathan Allen just made the Lions even more dangerous. And they were already a problem. We bring you the latest Lions news every single day. So make sure you're subscribed, hit that like button, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a thing. And of course, drop a comment below with your thoughts on today's news. Your voice makes a difference for Lions Nation. See you in the next video.